Welcome to the Hastings Shadmehry Show.
I'm Andee Hastings.
And I'm Mallie Shadmehry.
Together, we own Hastings Shadmehry, an Atlanta-based law firm specializing in family law.
This is a space where we talk all things family law and all topics that touch the area of family law, from divorce to custody to self-growth, personal empowerment, and more. We bring you the truth, from our Wolf Pack to yours. Hello, and welcome to the Hastings Shadmehry Show. I'm Mallie Shadmehry.
I'm Andee Hastings.
And today, we are so happy to have you. As always, we've got a special guest, Elizabeth Findley, in the house. Hey, girl.
Hi.
We are going to be introducing you all to Elizabeth. She's one of our powerhouse attorneys. She's going to tell us her story, talk to us about family law and just who she is. And let me tell you, you're going to be entertained. So you're welcome in advance. And before we do get started, let's do a check-in with our girl, Andee Hastings, Andrea Dyer Hastings.
Oh, boy.
Are you feeling like a warrior or a diplomat today?
Actually, I think I'm feeling a little bit of both.
Okay.
Which has never been my answer, I realize. As
That's
I'm
true.
Here. Because we've got some huge trials coming up in the very near future, and trying to resolve them while also preparing them for trial at the exact same time. That sometimes happens. Ideally, you can try to resolve before you go to trial, but that's just not the case with this. So, trying to hone both sides of the coin, basically. And as we've talked about before, the best diplomats know how to be warriors. The best trial lawyers know how to settle a case if it can be settled. So that's where I am.
Love that.
What about
you? Me? I am a warrior. Definite warrior right now on the personal front, just going through transitions in bodybuilding, entering into new chapters there and having to be highly focused. No room for errors and no room for distractions. So it's just this laser focus and it feels really good. And I'll share more about that as we prep. But very focused there, and then the same thing with getting to try a big special case with you two as my co-counsel. It has me in warrior mode for sure, even though trial's not for a little while. When you're prepping for something big and you got a lot on that's at stake in a case like we do, it's so hard for me not to be in warrior mode. And I know that all three of us are like that. It's like this vibrant electric energy because trial's like on the horizon. And it's giving me chills right now. It actually feels like three wolves in the moonlight, like ready to start howling because we're the wolf pack. And it is. It's like, oh, you're dangling a trial right in front of us. Okay. So the three of us, you should see our group texts.
Yeah.
You should see our Slack messages in-house. And it's kind of like 24/7. We're in trial mode. This one, Andee, is like, guys, I just thought of this. I had an epiphany. And
all hours.
And that does happen.
I try to wait to send the messages to
I'm
y'all.
responding right away.
Yeah.
I know.
We love that. And we're all very, not impulsive, but like when it comes to this trial, it's all in immediately. And so that's the mode that we're in right now. So I feel that it's an electric energy. We call each other the power. Is it Powder Puff or Power Puff? Power Puff.
Power Puff, I think.
Power Puff girls.
Because of the blonde.
Because blonde, brunette, redhead. Also could be Hocus Pocus. And if you don't know enough about that, go watch it because we are Hocus Pocus too.
Or Totally Spies.
Totally Spies.
Yes.
Except I'm mad about the Hocus Pocus because the brunette witch is not cute.
And you think the redhead
Yeah,
is?
I don't think any of them really are.
Okay, you're right.
We forgot Charlie's Angels.
True.
Boy.
Okay, Doy.
Ned's Angels.
Ned's Angels. Ned is our director. Y'all can't see him. He needs to come on the podcast eventually. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry in advance, guys. We like to be tangential with our convos with this crew. So, Elizabeth, warrior or diplomat?
Warrior all the way.
Okay.
2 reasons.
Okay.
Trial prep mode.
Okay.
And it's my birthday week.
Wait, what does that make your sign?
Gemini.
Gemini.
And she's
But I'm a twin. So I'm a double Gemini, which I haven't decided if it cancels out or it makes it doubly.
Oh, this is okay. Let's dive in, girls. Let's dive in. So you're a twin. Tell us, where did you grow up? Tell us about your siblings. Tell us about this twinhood. Let's hear about it.
Twinhood, I like that term.
Yeah, it's a podcast term.
Okay. From Forsyth.
Okay.
Yeah, and born in 91. I don't know if I should say that.
Okay, so what school did you go to?
I went to Duluth High School. I then moved to Gwinnett
Well, did you go to school in Forsyth at all?
in kindergarten for a little bit.
Okay, so we wouldn't have gone to school together.
Yeah.
I was born in 89, so
Okay.
I'm your elder. Okay, so you go over from Forsyth to Gwinnett.
Right.
Okay.
Then went to Georgia State in Atlanta.
Okay.
Then went to Mercer in Macon.
Nice. That was for law school.
Yes.
Okay. And so how many siblings do you have?
2.
And I hear you call yourself the oldest.
Well, I am technically.
Explain.
Okay. 'Cause I was born 44 minutes before my sister, which is pretty rare for twins. It's usually like a 2-minute thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And y'all are identical?
We're identical.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I'm scared. I haven't met her. I pictured 2
Or have
Elizabeths.
you?
She comes to work. Oh my God.
We don't do that. We can't get away with that anymore. But
Did y'all used to do that?
in like high school,
You would go to do each other's day in school?
we would just switch classes.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would have been sweating and so nervous. I'd be like, I'm going to get caught. I'm going to get caught.
Her husband did like from the back mistake me for her once.
No.
But, yeah. Other than that, it's just people like running into people from college.
Okay.
thinking we're,
Gosh, so
each
y'all
other.
got to trade classes in school. Okay. All right. Well, and then, okay, so 44 minutes older than your
Yes.
twin.
Yes.
Okay.
And then 6 years older than my little sister.
Okay. And what about your parents? What did they do?
My dad's an engineer.
Okay.
My mom is a nurse. They've actually both just retired.
Nice.
So they're fully living that
Good.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Cool. And sorry, not sorry, but I need you to tell the audience about 3rd grade with your twin.
Oh, when we got
Yes.
separated.
Yes. I just love this story
It's a
so
trauma
much.
moment. So.
I'm sorry to make light of it, but it's too good.
It was just we moved schools, and it was our first time that we got separated because we would only talk to each other, and we struggled to make other friends, and so that was the first time we got separated. And we my sister missed the bus after school because she's like, I don't know where to go without.
Oh, Angel.
My sister.
Oh,
Yes.
You're the big sister too.
Yes, see, I just like have that energy too. But we also when we had daycare, so my parents were in this thing called like the parents of twins, mothers.
Oh, cool.
Like it's a club.
Cool.
It's like kind of crazy. And so we know a lot of twin friends.
Oh, nice.
And so we were at home daycare when we were little.
Okay.
It's just like a whole bunch of twins.
That is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
cool.
So our weddings now are just like the stacked on one side.
Oh my gosh. Just a house full of twins.
Right.
And we've talked about you two even had your own shared language, which I just think is so cool.
Yes.
I want to do that at 36 years old with you guys.
No, I
Can
wish
we
I
make
could-
our own language?
Yeah, I wish I could. We kind of do.
I
Sometimes.
feel like we do
Right.
have
We
one.
do. We do.
Yes.
For sure we do.
Oh, yeah.
Not even going to go there. Too embarrassing.
Not today. Not today, Satan.
Oh my God. So, all right. So you said you went to Mercer for law school.
Yes.
So talk to us about why'd you go to law school? Where did this come from?
I guess I mean, I think a lot of us probably got told growing up,
Yeah.
like, you should be a lawyer one day. You like to argue or things like that.
Yeah.
But I actually started out doing business. That's my undergrad.
Okay.
I was going to do my MBA, JD at the same time.
Oof.
But that I realized quickly that
So your undergrad was in business,
Yes.
like business administration.
Economics.
Okay, economics. Okay.
yeah,
All right. And so you're like, no, I'm not getting a master's and a JD.
right. That was no,
But you just feel pulled in that direction, it
Right.
sounds like.
right.
Were you married at that time?
No, so I actually met my former husband the first year of law school.
Okay.
We were in the same class together, and then we got married the second year
Okay.
of law school,
Wow.
which is a lot.
You just did lots of
Yeah,
life
I was
changes.
busy.
Wow. I didn't realize that y'all got married during law school.
Yes. Yep. There was actually, I think there were 5 or 6 couples in our class that all got married.
That's
There's only one
wild.
that's still married now.
Okay, we'll talk about that. So, like, you get to your 3rd year of law school, you're graduating. What were you intending on practicing, and where did life go after that?
I actually was gonna do like PI
Mm-hmm.
just because there was like a great opportunity.
Which is
But-
personal injury.
Yes, personal injury. But I ended up taking a different route, and I went to be a public defender, specifically in juvenile court. And then
Can you tell our audience like what that means and what kind of cases that was, and who were you representing in those types of cases?
It's a lot of kids who don't have resources, and a lot of times don't even have family to help them. So it's can be pretty heavy work.
Yeah,
It's
To
rewarding.
me, that's some of the heaviest work.
Yes.
And like some of the situation, we've talked about it before, But you see scenarios that are much different than we see in high conflict divorce and custody cases with clients that have a good amount of money and they're paying. The things that these children go through, the stories that I've heard from my friends that practice in juvenile court, insane. It takes an absolute powerhouse attorney, I think, especially a woman with nurturing instincts, to go and have to have your armor on and deal with that difficult stuff. So you start right out of the gates into that.
Yes. And I think it probably helped that I was younger. Just they felt like I could relate a little bit more.
Yep.
But a lot of them, it's just sad stories. Like a poor little teenage girl who was pregnant, she got charged with like shoplifting because her baby was sick and she didn't have money for medicine, and so she stole it. It's like that's not her fault.
Right.
It's so sad.
Right. And I feel like lawyers in the juvenile realm play such a role in molding where these kids might be able to go in their life. And a lot of times you guys are the ones that have given them their first glimpse at like a safe adult.
Yes.
And one that's not there to make things worse, basically.
Right. It can really change the trajectory of their lives.
Right.
I've had some reach out to me from, 10 years ago. Sweet.
That's wild. That melts my heart. That's a lot, but it also puts a lot of pressure on you, especially as a young lawyer.
Yes.
You feel like, I bet, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yes.
How long did you do that for?
About 4 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So where'd you go after that?
So then I changed to family law, which is kind of related. I mean, I worked with a lot of DFACs and other people like that. I just couldn't keep doing that. It was very heavy, so I just kind of made the move. Come over to family law.
Were you in court a lot when you were doing the juvenile work?
Yes. I mean, all the time.
That's been my sort of observation is that my friends that do juvenile work, they are in court most days out of the week.
Yes.
And usually all day long.
Yes.
And that I've said out loud before, I think that lawyers that specialize in juvenile, they really shouldn't even be doing much family law. It's too much of a caseload, even though there is crossover. I've noticed that lawyers that try to do both really struggle giving the family law cases enough attention and going at the pace that juvenile requires and being in court so often.
It is a great experience, though. I mean, I think everyone should do it, especially out of school, because you learn so quickly and on the spot. Because you go into court and you don't know what to expect.
Did you have a strongest class in law school? I'm gonna ask you that too, so get ready because now I want to.
You'll love my answer.
Oh, really?
Oh, good Lord. She's great at everything. Yeah. Oh, wait till y'all hear
Are we going by grades?
Like year?
You guys can pick. Do you think you had a strength in law school? I didn't.
I can't think of one.
Mine was any class that had to do with standing up and performing, like fake trials. That I could do. They could give me the fact patterns, and I'd be like, huh. Wait, all right, let's hear Andee's synopsis because I know it's going to be different than these.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how you define it.
Okay.
That's a very lawyer answer. My highest grade in law school was in patent law.
Oh, my God, which is supposed to be like the hardest thing. I would have failed that.
Yeah, I didn't take that.
I took it for fun.
Oh, Andee.
But I also took astrophysics for fun in college. So.
Perfect. Would have made a 0 in that as well.
Yeah. See, I wasn't a college partier in college. Definitely not in law. We were just totally opposite. So,
but if you knew me then, you would have been.
I would have loved you to death.
I would have taken you on that ride.
I know. I would have loved it. I'm not. There's no judgment. Trust. I was busy studying Russian for 4 years.
Yeah.
And
Also, you're pretty
like
much fluent in Russian.
Well, not anymore.
Oh,
don't say that.
Oh. We may take a trip to Russia, so she can be our tour guide.
Okay.
Okay. So, law school, highest grade, patent law.
Patent law, but. The thing that I did the most and loved the most is, and it wasn't always, graded classes, was trial advocacy.
I didn't know that.
That's the one where I think we talked about it. I took over the mock trial program for the UGA and then participated in all of the tournaments and then also just created some so I could participate in them.
I do remember that.
I liked that. So, yeah. So that was where I focused my energy. But
I love this. And it sounds like we all have a passion for trial. Would you say that you like trial?
Yes.
I mean, we always say if you have to love court and you have to be thirsty to want to go. It's okay to be intimidated, and a certain level of nerves and anxiety is important to have. That's humility, humble confidence is one of our core values, and you are going to have those doubts, and you need that. You can't go in there cocky, but you do have to have a love. It has to be in your blood, to be honest.
And it gives, I'm sure, with working out and everything, it gives you like a runner's high.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh.
such a great feeling.
It's like a drug, and everything comes together in this like symphony when you're performing, and you've been putting your all into this for this person, for your client. So there's this level of honor as well. And like Andee and I have said, we're both protectors. Would you say you're a protector?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you say that?
Well, especially starting out in juvenile court,
Yeah.
and just like having all my kids that
Yeah.
I like to look out for. That's kind of how I feel about my clients now.
I can tell that about you and how you talk about your clients and work with them. And with the trial thing, like you said, it is like a high for me. And I think we've talked about this on our own, Andee. Like after a big trial, I need a lot of alone time, a lot of space. And I used to not know that about myself. But do you find that you have to come back down after a trial like that?
Yes. Even a mediation. I mean, mediations
sure.
can be really intense too.
Emotionally charged. Yeah.
Especially when they go late or, there's a lot of high emotions and things on the line. Definitely need some downtime after that.
Right. So you start family law about 4 years into practice. And so how long have you been practicing family law now?
6 years?
Okay. But combined with the juvenile too.
Right.
So about
It's
10
about
years
10.
of practice.
Yes.
So talk to us about your experience in family law, like, and why did you make the shift? Because it was heavy, you said, with the
It
juvenile
was
work.
heavy, but I still liked it and wanted to
Yep.
stay kind of connected to it.
Okay.
And then I got divorced, which also, that's around when I switched.
Talk to us about that with what you're comfortable with sharing, like,
course,
and how that contributed to the move to family law.
I thought it was not knowing much about divorce before then. Even as an attorney, I felt like it was hard to get accurate information.
Yes.
And as a woman, it's just hard. It's hard to do it on your own. And a lot of times you're faced with, difficult financial situations and all of that. And
Yes.
so I was disappointed that I felt like there wasn't a lot out there.
Yeah.
And so I kind of wanted to get in there and see if I can change that.
Cool. Did you do your own divorce?
No, so I had an attorney, a female attorney, who helped me.
Okay.
And she was really great. And so I
Did you settle or you went to trial?
settled.
Okay. And so had you already stopped juvenile work, or you were still working like during the divorce process?
Right.
Okay.
And then when I got divorced, I moved back up here and switched to family law.
Okay. Where were you doing juvenile work?
I lived in Columbus, but I was
Okay.
in LaGrange.
Okay. So then you moved back up. Was your family up here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And does your both sisters live here?
Yes, both Alpharetta.
Nice. Oh, okay. And so did you just start applying at new firms, or like what was like divorce is final and you're like, okay, I need to make a move. Talk to us about
Yes. And so my ex-husband had kids too. So
Okay.
it was a lot. And
Yeah.
I wanted to come back up here, but it was COVID.
Okay.
And so it was a hard time a lot of people were working remote. Some
Yep.
things were slowing down. Some things were ramping up. It just kind
Yep.
of depended. And I found a spot at a bigger firm, which was not my favorite. I like
Okay.
not a small firm, but like a little more intimate.
Boutique style.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you go to one of the sort of more like factory family law firms, we call them, and no shade to them, but they are different. And I think it takes a different type of lawyer to fit in there versus a boutique style firm that's a little smaller and handles sometimes a little bit more elevated type of cases and things like that.
Yeah, and I wasn't able to really build that relationship with my clients. There were a lot of people on the case, and things just got kind of shifted around.
Like, what do you mean? Like different team members were assigned to the same client?
Yes, and there was just a lot of hands on it and a lot of different people interacting with them. And I find with the cases we deal with, you really have to build a relationship with your client. It's not,
I love that.
Yep.
So you were craving more personal connection
Right,
with the
right.
client.
I think I don't know how you can do your job effectively if you don't have that.
Agree.
Knowing your client and getting to have an emotional connection with them, an energetic connection, is just as important.
Yeah, people underestimate
facts.
how it's such a vulnerable process.
Yeah.
I mean, even things like your bank statements, your text messages, but
Mm-hmm.
you find out everything about someone's life. And if you don't have that relationship with your attorney too, it's just I don't know how you can get through that process.
I tell people that all the time. This is such an incredibly intimate relationship, and you're handing over handling of the most important aspects of your life, your kids, your financial future,
Life savings.
all of it. And you have to pick somebody that you're comfortable with. Even if that's not me, I mean,
Right.
I want everybody to be with somebody that they feel comfortable and safe with. And I think that all lawyers have different views on the types of relationships they want to have with their clients, but I think we're all on the same page as far as how we approach that.
I've even said, if you don't like the direction I'm taking, let's talk about that. I'm never offended. And I just really like that vibe, and I think you've been the perfect addition to our firm because of that level of connection. That's part of who we are as lawyers here, and I've worked with lawyers that didn't have that element, that kind of unspoken connection.
I think your team helps too, because
Okay.
I love my paralegal. I
Yes.
could not do my job without her.
She's the best
I
paralegal.
don't
Monica.
know. Shout out. And so I think that helps too, because when we're in court or mediation and things, they know that Monica's there.
Yes.
And she can provide that support when I can't or not.
Totally.
Yeah.
The right team is a huge part of it. And it's like you're only as good as your weakest link,
Right,
basically. And we think about that every day at this firm, and happy to say I don't think we have a weak link, okay? We don't. We got great people.
I agree.
So over the course of your practice, are there any cases, any stories that stand out to you about difficult trials or funny stories that stand out? Is there something about a sofa?
Oh.
I want to hear that.
I have no idea what's about to
Not
happen.
as scandalous as you may think, but
Oh, God. The scandalous stories, they just blend in. Everything's
Right,
scandalous
right.
for us. I don't even know which one I would tell.
right. Well, have you ever seen that picture of it's like a couple and they're dividing the Beanie Baby?
Love that meme.
Yeah, and
It's like in
court,
1997,
right.
and these people are dividing their Beanie Babies in the courtroom.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, people get like that. That's real.
Yes.
Tit for tat.
But down to Christmas ornaments
Yeah.
and things that it's just ridiculous. Well, that's what happened in this case. We got
Okay.
to the end of it, and they could not decide on the sectional sofa. That was the last thing. That's all we had left.
Solely a sofa.
And so we had to go to a final trial on just that.
That's insane.
Yes, the judge was not very happy.
Oh,
we
my
all told our
gosh.
clients, they're not going to be very happy. And the judge said, okay, you get this part of it, the other one gets the other part of it.
That's what happened.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What county was that in?
Fulton.
Love. Oh,
Also,
my God.
how many sofas could they have purchased with the
That's what
cost
I
of
thought.
trial?
I don't know if they could have bought the other half.
That's
I don't know if it
insane.
was still being made.
Well, I mean, and people hang on to the sectionals to fight over because it's not about the sectional.
Right.
It's about other things. And that's what makes me really sad for a lot of litigants. It's like you're focused on the past. We've
Right.
got to get you looking for what's coming next. And it's not $15,000 to go to trial over a sofa.
Right. Unfortunately, they didn't have kids, but that's what's the worst is when people do that when they have
Yes.
children
Oh,
and they're
Lord.
stuck in the middle, and then they still have to co-parent. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people say, "I just want to go to trial. I want to do this and that." I mean, you
Yeah.
have to think about. It's not that I don't want to go to trial or I'm scared of going, but
Right.
you also have to think about you have to co-parent with that person.
Right.
You're like, if you're going to court, you're going to have to. Everything's going to come out. People are going to say bad things about each other, and then you still have kids together.
People think trial's going to bring them closure. And I have had clients that felt like that process did give them closure because they felt heard.
Yeah.
But
No one leaves trial usually feeling
Right.
like I won either side.
and they spend so much money to get that performance that you're wanting, that people really picture. First of all, is hard. But you have to have a very talented lawyer to make it look easy. And for a lawyer to make it look easy is going to be very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much work to go tell your life story for you and give you that time. And so for someone to just want trial only for that reason is definitely, we try to guide away from that.
Right, right.
So how do you feel, if anything, that your divorce contributes to your ability to advocate for others? How does your divorce impact your practice?
I think it's helpful to have been in that situation before and to know what it's like to be on the other side and then to know what it's like to be on this side. A lot of people view divorce and what we do generally as just a negative thing. And I think if you just shift your perspective a little bit, it's not bad. It's like, I was saying my parents are retired.
Yeah.
We had a party for both of them.
Right.
When you get divorced, you should get a party.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
I love
And
that.
it might be the end of what your family looked like, but
Yep.
your family can look like something else, and there can be a new chapter.
Love that.
Yep.
So true. All about evolution and evolving. And I love that you can bring your experience to the table and help people see that. Do you think that it helps with some clients?
I think it does.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't think would help, but has, not in all cases, is people, because my ex-husband had children, and so,
So you had the co-parenting
right.
under your belt
right.
too.
So I have done
Yeah.
that a lot.
That's tough.
Right. And there are a lot of people out there that actually are in similar situations. Because it's hard to lose your children that aren't yours.
So you were helping raise, how many kids was it?
2.
Wow. And for how long were you all together again?
We were married 5 years. We were together probably 7.
So those kids were a
Yes.
big part of, do you still stay in touch with them? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we just talked on Mother's Day.
That's really special. And I think that that probably does lend itself to being able to relate, because we don't only do divorce, we do
Right.
modification. I would say, or I would say that, I'll ask you this. Do you have, like, what's the percentage, if you could guess, of cases that you have that are divorce versus modification versus contempt?
I'd probably say half are divorce. Maybe like 40% are modifications. And then there's the 10%. I think that's 100%.
Yeah.
Then there's the 10% of contempt and other random things.
Yeah. I'm like,
A lot of
don't ask
coaching
me about
recently.
that.
I've had a lot of clients that need just to talk to either they're getting ready to go through something.
That's right.
Or just finishing up something.
Right? Or like they're like, I don't know if I have a case. Can you just guide me over time? Which is one thing I love about having a smaller firm and being able to handhold clients a lot more. This is like, we become advisors over time for people. I'm not only there when you are in
That's
your
why they call
earthquake.
us
moment.
counselors.
Yes, counselor.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I find in the modifications and some of the contempts that oftentimes in those cases is when people are already divorced, so they've gotten remarried or they have a new girlfriend, and that new significant other becomes a much more of a presence in the case, which can be good or bad depending on the case.
Do you guys do the romantic partner provisions where you say, you have to wait 6 months to meet the new partner?
Yeah, so what Elizabeth's referencing is, I call it a morality clause, and it's a clause in a
I like that
parent.
term. I changed it to romantic partner.
You're right.
Because it
How should that
sounds like it's immoral to
I
have.
totally love that.
Yeah, not to call you out on that.
No, it's probably an archaic, because
Because that's what it's always been called.
Georgia law is pretty archaic in a lot of ways, and I love that you're challenged to that. So romantic partner provision, formerly known as morality clause, is a provision that says the children shall not be introduced to a significant other unless related by blood or marriage, and or person of the opposite sex. That's what it is.
Right.
That's
Which
the
I
most
changed that
archaic
too.
form.
Yeah.
Is children shall not be introduced to a person of the opposite sex unless related by blood or marriage. So that is very old way of doing it, and it has adapted over time. I didn't even think of that.
Right, because I also don't do person of the opposite sex.
Right. It doesn't.
So I do. That's why I call it romantic
People are too
partner.
fluid now.
Right.
Yeah. I think those provisions are challenging. I think that new relationships should be part of society. Like, people deserve to move on, and they need to introduce their children to new people in responsible ways.
Someone, this actually wasn't too long ago, because of that provision, because it can't be overnight guest of the.
That's right.
It's an
Yeah.
overnight thing, and so they were going to go on a cruise, which would be overnight. So he actually got married to his girlfriend, because then it's by marriage, which that's not the point
Ooh,
of it.
that sounds like it's going to be rocky marriage.
Right. But I hope they
got
had
a
a
prenup.
fun cruise.
Yeah. Fine. Let's just get married and go on this cruise. I hate cruises. That would be my biggest nightmare. Like, let's go on this cruise and you got to marry me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I can get seasick and eat
Right.
bad food and
Right. And be stuck on a boat.
not. Nope. Not my vibe. So, what is your favorite part about being a family law attorney? Could be anything.
Really, the clients.
Okay.
I mean, I have clients that later on, like, we become friends. And
I love that.
Yeah, it's great, the relationships.
Yeah.
And helping people through hard times. I mean, some people, it's not emotional for them at all, but some people, it really is. It's especially after a long marriage. It's
Totally.
such a huge life change for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it can be such a different process based on the attorney you have.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people just think they want, someone they see on the billboard or, something like that. But that's not, I think you're going to have such a different experience, probably get a different outcome. I mean, the outcomes aren't going to be too all over the place, but you're going to be different afterwards.
Mm-hmm. If you could pick sort of an avatar type of case or client, what's your cup of tea when it comes to, that's my kind of case?
I would probably say I really do like modifications.
Okay.
That's because there is a little bit of the law part in it, and
We're talking about custody modifications?
or child support.
Okay.
But you're also not starting over from scratch. And by then, people know, because they already have a plan in place, they know a little bit more of what what they do like or what they don't like about their plan.
That makes total sense. You have a little bit more of a developed litigant. Someone knows
Right.
the system, knows their wants and needs. And
Yeah, and they understand then when I'm like, this, you're not going to like this provision, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the, kind of like the last thing we like to know about is,
My favorite color is
oh, what is your favorite color?
turquoise.
Ooh. Okay, and we do need to ask you this. You have dogs?
I do.
Okay, tell us about your dogs.
Teddy and Rusty.
Oh, babies.
Yes.
What kind are they?
King Charles Cavalier is one of them. The other one is just, I'm not really quite sure what he is.
Perfect.
Yes.
We love that.
Yep.
So, dog mom, what else besides lawyering and dog mom life? What is Elizabeth like?
I like to, when I have time, travel.
Okay.
Hard to do that, so you got to schedule it out.
Yeah, you do.
It's
Yeah.
hard to take off. I like to hang out with my family, friends.
And you're an aunt.
Yes, I'm an aunt. I have 2 little nieces that they're technically, like, because I'm an identical twin, they are technically.
Do they look like you?
I think one looks like my sister and one looks like me,
Oh,
which is just kind of weird.
I love that.
But my sister thinks that they look like me.
That's so
And
cool.
I'm like, no, they look like you.
Oh, I have to look now.
But
I haven't
it's
seen
funny
them.
because one of she's almost 3. When she sees pictures of like her family,
Yeah.
she thinks it's me, like, and her dad.
Oh, wow.
But in person, she's never mixed us up. But it's funny that in pictures,
That's so interesting.
and I'm like, I did not have a photo shoot with your dad.
That
That's
is
your
so
mom.
funny. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So travel,
Yes.
family.
Yes, and then, like the Atlanta things.
Yep.
Braves games. I love live music.
Mm-hmm.
Like to go. My parents have a house in the mountains on the lake. Love to do
Nice.
that. Like, it's close enough, but
Yep.
it's out of town.
Little getaway. That's part of the beauty of parents entering into retirement.
Retirement,
My parents
yes.
have a beach house. Shout out to Amy and Namat. Thank you for that.
Thank you. I'm going to come soon.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, so one of our last question is, what do you believe what is family law's impact on society in your mind?
It's a good one.
Thank you.
I think it's a bigger impact than people realize.
I do too.
Especially these days. I don't know the exact numbers, but you're just as likely to get divorced as you are to stay together. So a lot of people deal with this. And then it also, it impacts children too. So it impacts all areas of society. And I think a lot of times attorneys get bad reputations because they're just, nasty in court or
Yep.
certain things like that. And that just gives people a bad experience and the cycle kind of continues. But I think what we do is a completely different approach, and it really determines like the course of someone's life.
I love that. Totally agree. And I think that this is exactly why when you joined Hastings Shadmehry, which was not that long ago.
Oh, it's only been about 2 months.
We have to ask about that. Is what's it been like joining this firm, and do you like it here?
I do.
You
like
gonna say
it.
no
What
on
if
the
I said no?
podcast?
That would be sad.
Is that the dumbest? Do you like it here, girl? And you're like,
Yeah.
actually, sorry, put you totally on the spot. Tell us about
No, I do
Hastings
like it.
Shadmehry.
I do
Okay.
like it. It's actually been such a good experience, so much better than I thought. You don't realize when you're in a position that isn't maybe the right fit for you, how much it impacts your whole life. 'Cause
I've
we
been
do
there.
this all day.
Yeah.
And having a supportive team is so big. People underestimate that too.
Agree.
And also working with people you like.
Right.
Like, it sounds kind of silly, but I
Oh.
generally like you guys,
Same.
So,
Yes.
so
And
that's
that's what we look for too, and we totally agree with that. And it kind of correlates to what you were saying about family law and society. It's like we have a job as lawyers of basically we're a conduit to absorb energy from clients and fear and confusion and create and open up a new chapter and lead. And when you serve in that role, you have to have a support system around you. And this is coming from me, someone who got very comfortable doing it all alone. And Andee's done it in ways as well. We were always in a safe place together, but it took a long time for me I can't speak for you, but like to start to open up and realize, okay, you've signed up for some hard stuff and you love it. And it's not as scary as you think to let others in and do this together. And
it's hard though.
It is hard because you have to have discernment and you have to have intuition to know who's safe to be around or not. But you continue to evolve and find the right people. And I think you came to us at literally just when the stars aligned and we were all ready for each other.
It's like my ex-husband. He might not be my favorite person, but I wouldn't be who I am now without him. So.
Totally.
Exactly.
We're all there at the right moments, and we're just so happy we get to be on this ride with you.
Me
and
too. Thank you for having me.
Listen, everybody, listen right up. You are going to see some crazy things from this woman right here, from Elizabeth. She is going to be on the map. I would feel safe with her, with my children, my money, my doggies, everything. I know that she would protect me to the nth degree, and on top of that, that she's smart as hell. And she's a very precise opponent. She's gonna come hard at you with detail, and she's gonna make it a pleasant experience for a client. She can hold your hand, but also be aggressive when needed.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Yes, we just love you so much, and we love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Thanks again.
See you next time.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share. The Hastings Shadmehry Show is available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Our email address is podcast@hsfamilylaw.com. Come find us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Hastings Shadmehry.
The Hastings Shadmehry Show is a production of Hastings Shadmehry Family Law and 1066 Productions. It is produced and edited by Ned Hastings.